quality in the flow. More concerned with research because of selection matrix.
Hi. So our theme was to improve quality. So we used the selection matrix as well as our FMDS board to kind of see what we had issues with. We looked at cost, safety, and quality. So when we looked at quality, we just noticed that we weren't hitting target ever. So obviously we had an issue, and we knew that that's something that we had to tackle. When we first started off our level assessment, we really didn't have any experience. I was the only one who's ever been in a quality circle. All my team members, they're fresh, they've never been in one. And this is actually my first time ever leading one as well. So a little bit about the paint shop. So our trucks come in from weld shop, then they go into ED inspection repair. And then to sealer application, primer inspection, primer spray, and then base and clear coat, and then top coat inspection and repair, eventually making its way out to assembly. So this is us right here, right in the middle. So our job is to catch defects that were made in primer, as well as deep overlooks from A process, B process, and the weld shop as well. It's basically our final chance to catch all the defects before the top coat is applied. Now I'll hand it over to Sandra for step one.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Sandra Tape, and I will start with step one, clarify the problem. And I'm going to start by reading Toyota's mission statement, which is our ultimate goal: to safely build the highest quality vehicle in the shortest lead time with the lowest cost to exceed customer expectations. In the paint shop, our goal is to achieve 90% first run rate, and we believe we can do this by reducing the amount of defects we send into finesse. From July 22nd to August 30th, we shipped 613 defects to finesse. Ideally, we would like to have 0. This will leave us with a gap of 613 defects flow out to finesse. Once we establish the problem, then we start breaking down where are these defects coming from. Are we creating them? Are we getting them? And we found out that most of the defects are located on page 6. We're getting them. Somebody else is missing them. And also, we found that most of the defects were metal seats, and they were located in the interior side member. 34 metal seats overlooks to finesse. I want to tell you a little bit about metal seats. I think it's important for you to understand that metal seats are hard to see. They can be very, very small. And there are certain areas where we can find them. I also want to let you know about page 6, or how it works. We inspect and repair onto the hood, then we move into the interior doors, then we move into the interior side member, access panel, and we finish by inspecting and repairing the tailgate. 34 metal seats were overlooked on the interior side member. They are being page 6 left, our point of occurrence. Now we'll pass it down to Jose.
Hello everyone, I'm Jose. I'm going to go over step 3 and 4. Step 3, set a target. So like Sandra said, we have 34 metal seats. We got to bring it down to 7. That will give us an 80% reduction. On a side note, recently we have the SPS system installed in our line. That's the surface verification system. That is basically the truck goes into the scanner, it scans the truck, and it shows the defects onto the screen. Then the team member will just go and repair. And that system is the highest technology, and that can only catch 95%. And our inspection can only detect 80% of defects. That will also reduce our gap to 613 to 586. Will also give us a 4.5% improvement. We'd like to hit this target by September 2019. Step 4, analyze the root cause. So we went into the 4 M's and the E. We thought the 4 M's were all good, and we thought the E was no good, specifically talking about the lights. So we did the step-by-step process, the 5 Y's. and did the Genchi Gebutsu and saw that the root cause of it was the current lux were not meeting standard. Lux is a standard, is a measurement of light. Currently our lux is at 1090, and the standard Toyota lux is between 1200 to 3500. So we're really low, below standard. So the root cause was the team member was not providing enough light. Moving back to this one.
Step 5, develop countermeasures. So we use the sledge matrix to kind of see how are we going to solve this problem. So we looked into light clips for the hard hat. We looked into additional lights for fit 6. We looked into glasses with lights as well as a stylus with lights. But we thought that the most effective and most durable would be additional lights for fit 6. So then we came up with an action plan. So of course we found out the standard lux, the current lux. We also tried to be a little bit more cost efficient and did some trials as far as reflective tape and as well as a mirror on the floor to reflect the lights off the wall onto the truck. But we still were not meeting the standard lux. So then we knew that we had to go with the additional lightings. Then we tried to find out where were we going to put the lights. At first we looked at top lights, ceiling lights, projector lights, but we thought it was no good condition because it would block the current lights and it wouldn't hit the interior top side members in a place where we have a lot of issues finding the defect. Then we looked into the side lights, but we found that it would be too difficult to accomplish, especially with the moving line. And then bottom lights, floor lights specifically. So we like this idea because it'll hit all angles of interior side members. 2, it wouldn't take away any light, but add additional lighting to what we already have. And as well as we avoided additional costs by aligning it with ongoing projects that we were already having to install the SPS system that Jose talked about. So then we had to install the temporary lights. So installing temporary lights, right? So obviously it was going to cost, we're trying to reduce costs, but the only way we're going to put money is if we have the data to back us up, right? Say that we need this. So we found these step lights, our specialists actually had them, and so we were like, let's try them. We had to come in early to put ergo matting, get everyone involved, our safety team, paint specialists, our ANs helped us out, group leaders, QC members, a lot of outsiders helped us to make sure that this was going to be safe and that we could get the data we wanted. So once we did trials and everything, we saw that we had a 440 lux increase, which brought us to 1530, now within standard. And also we had the data as far as minimizing flow out. We weren't shipping as many meadow seeds. So after that was all done, we went ahead and submitted our Kaizen. And now I'll hand it over to Miguel.
Hello everybody. Step 7 is the monitoring both results and processes. The results of our countermeasures, once the new lights were installed into the floor, they provided more lighting to the side members and the rockers. We have a small graph where the step 6 results are from the tape and the temp lights and everything. We started off at 1,090 lux, and we ended with a 1,701 lux, giving us a 611 lux increase. Since the new lights were installed, we only have four units go offline, and from pitch 5 left, 6 left on the interior side members. We exceeded target of 7 by reducing it to 4. We also exceeded target of 4.5% improvement to 5% improvement, reducing our gap from 613 to 583. Step 8, standardize successful processes. Standardizing control. Add QC2 for daily startup. Add RJ item for weekly lux readings. Create plan to maintain lights. Before the new hardware was installed, the only issues we had was just flickering lights. Once the new hardware was installed, we didn't have no problems, no issues. They were installed 11/23, 11/24. We also have a BPAX number best practice in Kaizen sharing for other Toyota plants to benefit from our quality circle. And I'm gonna Yoga 10. Help team members inspect lower verticals and rockers. We also have Yoga 10 for A-process interiors to provide standard lighting to help minimize flowouts, moisture and finesse. Their current lux readings at 710, so they're way below standard lighting. I'm gonna hand it to you.
Okay, so we can start to the screen, kind of show you a view of what we see and what we deal with. So this kind of shows like before how it is. I know it's kind of fast paced, might get you a little dizzy, but this is actually like what we do and how it is. So before it's kind of rough to kind of see everything like that. A lot of times team members have to get closer inside to kind of find these defects. After it shows a little brighter, especially inside, you can see the lights off the floor and everything. You don't have to get as close to it, and it gives you better ergo, better everything, better view to actually catch these defects that we usually have to really tap on. So that's kind of a still picture of what our before and after looks like, just to give you a little more idea of what kind of improvement was made to the line. And so level assessment. So as I said, we really didn't have much experience. It's kind of all our first times. So we started out at the very low of Zone D. So once we finished it, we learned a lot from our problem solving, learned what we can accomplish, and we got about midway to Zone D, going up to Zone Z. So we definitely wanted to set a goal to next time get into that Zone Z. And then that's pretty much it. So reflection. As for me, we actually started this quality circle in January. So it was January quarter one, right? And we didn't get selected because we weren't really complete on it. We still had a lot to go. We still had a lot of pieces. We still had a lot to do. But to me, it was really nice because this is a point where people would usually walk away and not finish, and something that I know we all have issues with. But it was really nice for me, first time meeting, to really feel everyone kind of have my back. Or ANs, Jason, I know Jason helped me out a lot as far as just saying, hey, you know what, you got to get this done. You have all the data, you have everything, get it done. So we continued working, collecting data, coming in early to try and see how we could get work. And to have people in the paint shop that weren't even in our process help us out with it too, give input and tell us what we could do. It was just nice and comforting, and it made us want to finish. And then just to see, have the team members get involved, like, yeah, we want this, get this for us. And it was just very motivating to have, and just to have the whole experience. Like, I've never led it, so it kind of motivated me, like, I need to get it done. I can't just give up now. Just to have the whole shop behind you, it was very comforting. And just to see our team members benefit from something that they actually came up with. And we had no idea what we were going to do step one. We just went through the 8 steps and eventually found our way through there.
For me, as just talking in front of people, took a lot of effort. And I'm glad I'm not the only one. Everybody did really good. Everybody didn't sound like you wanted to cry or anything. And also, it started something in me. 10 years here, first college circle. It started something. I want to help out. I want to prevent those defects from getting too moisture sand. I know we can't control it. I know we can. I know there's ways when I'm working upstairs on a primer and I can see the mud and I'm just trying to figure out what else can we do? How do we start another circle on this issue? What else can I do? And that's pretty much my reflection. That's what I say.
Like Crystal said, this is my first quality circle. It's really good for me because I'm actually planning to go into the team lead really soon, next class, hopefully. So it was really good experience for me, how everything works step by step, how long it takes to get the quality circle going and actually finish it was really good experience. Crystal was a great team lead, helped me a lot, just step by step. So it was a really great learning experience for me.
My reflection was I was glad to see the outcome of our hard work and improve the quality on our line. For me and for our team, I feel like we made a difference here at Toyota. We improved the quality, we reduced costs, we, made more safety to the team members, but they don't cut their hands on the sharp edges on the side members or the rockers. We improved productivity by having less offlines and more trucks going to top coat and as putting more out there. And you see that was my experience. The knowledge that I got from the 8 steps was pretty good, and I feel that me and the team can actually help out other team members, other quality groups, and improve their quality groups, anything that they're working on. And this is my first one, so it's not going to be my last one. Thank you for everybody that are here and everything, all the teams that are here. Thank you.
Extremely proud of this team. They actually had to overcome so many difficulties, and they never give up. They are very a reflection of their hard work, and they embody everything that toward Toyota means, right? Never giving up, going the extra mile, going above and beyond, building the impossible, right? That's what they did in this time. They started in January. I know in March we were feeling like, no, this is not gonna happen. But Chris tells, no, I'm gonna make it happen, man. And there she is. And literally everybody else, Sandra, Miguel, Jose, Moses wasn't able to be here.